Hey guys, it's Sharonda with BowsCo.biz showing my pattern for the thigh-high over-the-knee socks. This is with the optional drawstring if you want to use it. The drawstring, you chain 140. I use 2 skeins of this yarn from Michaels. To make the sock, you start with a magic circle and you do 10 half double crochets into the magic circle. If you don't know how to make a magic circle, I suggest you find other videos on YouTube. There are a ton of them. That's actually how I learned how to make a magic circle. And these are all half double crochets going into the magic circle. When you get to 10, then you pull the string to close the magic circle up. And of course, you are going to slip stitch to join. Chain 1 and then do 2 half double crochets into each stitch all the way around. You may want to count your stitches. I never do, but because you're making 2 of these, whatever you do to one sock, you need to do to the other sock. So if you're new to this, I suggest that you count your stitches. Okay, you chain 1, then you do 2 half double crochets into the first stitch, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, and then you repeat that all the way around. Most of this pattern is just repeating things all the way around. Slip stitch to join. Then you do 1 half double crochet into each stitch based on your shoe size. My shoe size is between a 8.5 to 9. So I did the additional 13 rows. Then when you get to your heel, you do a 1 half double crochet into your first 12 stitches. Then you chain 1 and turn your work. Being that a lot of your tension may be different and the yarn you use may be different, you may actually need more than the rows that I listed for the size of your shoe. I always say try this on, but because I'm making this for somebody else, I'm not trying this on. So we repeat, we're going for 12 stitches, turn your work, and you repeat 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and you need 4 total rows for your heel. Now there are some of you who may have bigger heels. If you do, try the sock on. If you need another row, add another row. If you have a smaller foot, then you can skip a row, but I generally go with the 4 rows. And you can always, as I say, always try the sock on. Okay, after your 4 rows, fold the sock in half. And then you're basically sewing them together using slip stitches down the heel. Now for me, because I'm kind of lazy and don't like to cut my yarn that often, I'm going to slip stitch down and back up. But if you don't want to slip stitch back up, all you really have to do is slip stitch going down. But like I said, I slip stitch going down, I turned my work, and then I slip stitch going back up just because I needed my yarn to be at my ankle to start the next section of the sock. Okay, so this is the ankle portion. It should resemble a sock. This is the time when you try it on and make sure it fits your foot. If it doesn't fit your foot, you probably want to add, take it apart now and add more rows. You do 1/2 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. You should have a total of 27 stitches. If you don't reach 27 stitches, you may need to add a few more than one stitch into a stitch, or you may want to skip a stitch. But the goal is to reach 27 stitches. If you don't skip any stitches and you find that your ankle is bigger than mine, that's fine. Just remember, whatever changes you make to one sock, you have to make the same changes to the other sock, or else you're going to look lopsided. So this is 1/2 double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and we're actually going to repeat this for 4 total ankle rows. And then you slip stitch to join. Now that you've gotten to the leg, you're going to do front post and back post double crochet all the way around. And you're going to follow that for 6 total rows of front post, back post, double crochet. After you complete 6 rows of the double crochet, slip stitch, chain 2, and then this is your increase row. You're going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then continue your front post, back post double crochets. This is also when you should try it on. This is the part of your leg. This is where you get to your calf. And most people, your calf is a little bit larger than the bottom of your leg. This next row, you just follow the front post, back post, double crochet. And you repeat that for 5 total rows. When you get to row 13, 14, and 15, all 3 rows are increase rows. So when you start each row, you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then you're going to repeat the front post, back post, double crochet. After you complete 3 rows of increase, then you're going to do a total of 21 rows of just front post, back post, double crochet, following the existing pattern all the way around. It's going to get tedious, but you're going to start getting really good at front post, back post, double crochet. So repeat this for 21 rows after the increase. Once you've completed all of the rows, now you're to your border. You do 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and then you do 1 half double crochet in the next, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet. Repeat that all the way around and slip stitch to join. Okay, after this row, you have 1 row left. Yay, we made it. The last and final row. This one's a little bit tricky. Disregard the directions. I just go into every stitch that was 2 instead of just 1. That's the ones that I'm working in. So the first one, I do the half double crochet, and then I go into the second one where I do 5 double crochets. Then 1 half double crochet, then 5 double crochets. And you repeat that all the way around. When you finish this pattern, slip stitch to join and then sew in all of your ends. You can make the optional drawstring if you want, but if your thighs are straight all the way up, you don't need